Hello Foggies, and welcome to the 5th newsletter from the desk of the Foggy Author. If we haven't met before, I'm Brett Jackson. I'm the Foggy Author and I write books through the haze of brain fog. In this week's My Writing Life, I spent some time on a few lives, including several hours with my author friend Adara Spence, and while I edited more of Time Clone's book 2, she met some admin deadlines. Even my pig joined in. So, while she did her admin, I updated the bars on my website to show my progress. As well as editing 2 chapters, I also created some more thumbnails, wrote this newsletter script, edited the audio version of chapter 5 in Time Clones, then uploaded it. I've added description and thumbnails, and I did a whole bunch of other stuff. It was a really productive session, and I hope to go on there again in future. Thanks Adara, really enjoyed it. During this week, I completed Module 4 of the proofreading and editing course that I'm currently doing, and I have to wait 2 weeks for the results so I can carry on with the rest of the course. This channel is growing and we're now on 7 subscribers. If you enjoy the content here and you know someone else who would like to spend time with the Foggy Author, then please feel free to share this video on social media, via email, snail mail, telepathy, or any other way you wish to share. During the week, I went out to a quiz night at a local pub, and our team came 14th out of 16 teams. We always seem to be at the bottom of the list, but hey, we have fun and at least we are consistent. To give ourselves a bit of a boost, we often come up with silly team names such as "And the winners are," or "The Wii Sports Tennis Pros." This week, we were known as First Place Team. Ask the Author. In this week's Ask the Author, there are no questions. However, if you'd like to ask the author a question about my life as an author, or anything about time travel or my books, please feel free to get in touch by leaving a comment underneath this video. Book of the Week. This week's Book of the Week is called Beating Brain Fog, your 30-day plan to think faster, sharper, better. If you complain of brain fog to a medical professional, you're likely to be told that it isn't a recognised condition. But if you mention brain fog to your friends, they'll know exactly what you mean. Fuzzy thinking, trouble concentrating, a sense of grasping for the right word, feeling like the brain is somehow slowed down. In truth, brain fog is not a diagnosis in itself, but a sign that things aren't right in your body. In Beating Brain Fog, neuroscientist Dr. Sabina Brennan guides us through the science to show how our brains work and why we might experience confusion and anxiety. She offers tools to help you identify your own cognitive profile, determining the causes of your specific symptoms, and explains the simple strategies that can help you feel like yourself again. With brain fog now identified as one of the long-term effects of COVID-19, there has never been a more timely moment to tackle your symptoms. And that's where Dr. Brennan's unique 30-day plan comes in. Beating brain fog takes your symptoms seriously and shows that you don't have to live with them. Copies of this book are available on Amazon and the link is below. Featured article: How to read more without feeling overwhelmed, or read more, stress less. So many books, so little brain power. If your reading list feels more like a burden than a joy, you're not broken. You're just a foggy reader in a fast world. But here's the truth. You don't need to read faster or smarter. You just need to read lighter. Here are 5 proven fog-friendly ways to read more without burning out. Number 1. Shrink the goal, not the joy. Many of you have aimed for 50 books this year. Are you crazy? I couldn't do that. Why not aim for 5 minutes a day? That's it. 5 real minutes with a book. No pressure, No timer, no spreadsheet. And if that turns into 10, you're already winning. Small reads build big habits. Number 2, let go of the guilt list. That classic on your shelf you've been meaning to read for 5 years. You can not read it. Drop the guilt. Life's too short to push through books you think you should read. Instead, ask, what am I actually in the mood for right now? The last book I read was a manga book called Takopi's Original Sin. It's quite an impactful book, and I don't recommend it for people under 18, as it contains various unsuitable topics for minors. The current book I'm going through is YouTube Channels for Dummies, and although it's from 2015, I'm actually picking up so much about how to create, work, and sustain this YouTube channel. I am aware that a lot may have changed in the last 10 years, but here's the thing. I may be a tech expert, but I don't know everything. So, reading a book about YouTube is important to me, as it's written in one voice, with no distractions, and that means I can concentrate on learning how to make these videos better for you, and enhancing the enjoyment of what I'm doing, without watching a million different videos with a million different points of view. Number 3, why not try using the rule of 3? Too many choices can often equal brain fog. Instead, try this. One main book, which will be your go-to story. One light book, something short, funny or nostalgic. And perhaps one audio or podcast, for when you're doing your daily tasks or going out for walks. At the moment, I'm listening to Joanna Penn's podcast, and that's Penn with 2 N's. I really recommend it. Juggling 3 sounds counterintuitive, but it gives your brain options without overwhelm. Number 4, build reading into the cracks. You don't need long, cozy sessions. Look for the cracks in your day. 5 minutes before bed, while your kettle boils. In the bathroom, hey, we're honest here. While waiting in the car. Standing in a bus queue. Books fit in odd places, and sometimes that's where they belong. Number 5, I give you permission to quit without apology. If a book's not working for you, drop it. You're not behind, you're clearing space for a story that will light you up. Life's too short for slogging. In fact, I'm going to make a change. If you've ever heard of the term DNF, most people think it means did not finish. And it's what readers tend to use when they give up reading a book. Instead, I'm going to change that to DNF equals doesn't nourish foggy brains. So if something doesn't nourish your foggy brain, just drop it and move on to the next book. Here's a final thought. Reading isn't a race, it's a rhythm. And when you let go of pressure, reading becomes what it was meant to be, a peaceful escape from the noise. So don't worry about how much or how little you read. Just make sure you enjoy what you read. And that's all for this week. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of The Foggy Author, and I will see you again in the future.